Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game.
All right, guys, let's go.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This is a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done
Okay,
so
my
far,
4th and 4.
they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Sooners are flying down the field. The give on the inside. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Hands it off. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
You take that kind of chance to the outer third of the field, I mean, that's just begging to throw a pick 6.
Not a great decision. The coach is not going to be very happy when he goes over and says, why are you throwing in the double coverage? Let's read the field. If they're going to do this, let's take something else, right? You never go broke taking a profit. Do a good job of seeing what they're doing and trying to take away from you and take the other one.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Fires to the big fella. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Dances away from the heat. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
Good job, big boy.
Step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Kentucky's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. And
good job, guys.
Goes in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He wants to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll let it fly. Using the quick game. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he'll race it to the house.
Good job.
Touchdown Sooner.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And that wasn't easy. Pitch route on 3rd down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the first.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking to move it through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Pressure's there and he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
From the gun, running back on the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. A 3rd and long coming up here. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And you watch the right defensive end get in there so fast, rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things when you can really hone in on that one guy on the one side and you just watch him go to work.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Good job, guys.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. At the 40, there he goes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as active.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge game in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly out to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the year.
He lofts one down the sideline. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing a turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up...
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Right back to the well. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Throwing right. Hauls it in. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment. As we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First down to start the drive after the break. The secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. Trying to get to him. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires into traffic, picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 35. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. What a dime tossed by that Sooners quarterback. It seems like if you're going to play for Oklahoma, you better be able to spin the magic bean.
You better be able to spin it, and guess what? Most of the time, if you play for Oklahoma, there's a good chance you can win a trophy at the end of the year. That kind of good, that kind of history we've seen throughout, and this guy's just following in those footsteps.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as fast as they are.
All right, they got the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are on the field, you can keep this drive going.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? They'll try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
The Sooners are rolling down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
Let it bust for a long time. Now, 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Finds his big tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick setting up for him.
They'll send out the kicker here. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. There is a flag on the play, and if this is on the defense, guys, would you take the points off the board here? Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brings up the 2nd and goal.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Sooners!
Number 8 with the carry.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Trying to get the corner. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps his drive moving. And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Kentucky will be forced to punt.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a move. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking.
He caught it, and the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The inside handoff. Got room at the 35. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Oh, the big fella. Look at the big fella rumble. Touchdown Sooners. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
Fumble 6, baby.
You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over the offense like, bro, we don't need you to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. Bringing it out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Offense set for a 1st down play. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It is perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he's coming out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
There he goes. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Sooner offense returns to the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Gage. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside and out wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before half. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to escape and get it himself. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. Four punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On third down, going up top. Coming after it. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first one.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive with a turnover in the end zone. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
It's first down from the 11. He wants to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
And when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Kentucky sent out the punting unit.
Number 13 in punt formation to kick it away.
Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line.
Oklahoma offense will take over. First and 10.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Lexington. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
And the Sooners will boot away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Levis. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage. I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's going to pass. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, but hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Pulls and fires complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Looking for a block. It's McCray. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Right back to it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to look.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. What a nifty run there to pick
Get
up
on
the
the
first
back of play.
down.
Nobody
First
hit the
down,
ground, guys.
physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out. But this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 10 over Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Armour. They get him down after he makes the catch.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Armour. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. It's complete. Touchdown Sooners. And the stomping has commenced. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. DB's right up on the receivers. It's a draw. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy, but he's got a head of steam. Well, he is hard to bring down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Going deep. Makes the grab on the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Trying to outflank them on the jet sweep. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. The Wildcats get enough for the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Got rid of it just in time. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Never a doubt. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got
He lobs one high down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the pummeling has started.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Pressure coming.
What a hit.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. It's complete to the right. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
On to punt it away.
Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. We didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And he's thrown another interception. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Give to the running back. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll run play action. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Sooners will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And a nice job working in the middle of the field. I think it's so important. The defense is honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can
hit the afterburners, kid. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by just one over Texas A&M. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Power football with the run. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got it in the middle. It's Armour. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
The incompletion on 1st down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low line drive and short kick. Playing a field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. The Sooner offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Finds the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing a big hit stick with him, too?
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.